Good morning. Okay, so last class we discussed the different segmentation techniques, right? So classification of segmentation, and we discussed edge-based segmentation techniques, as well as we discussed the difference of Gaussian filter, DOG and LOG, the application of Gaussian filters in image segmentation techniques. So in the last session, we just introduced active contour method for image segmentation. Okay. So it's a promising image analysis tool. So what is the use of using active contour? What do you mean by active contour? What is that algorithm is? What is the meaning of? So actually, active contour is an algorithm. It's a tool used for refinement of an object boundary. Okay, refinement of an object boundary. So if you have extracted any particular object or image from a particular object from an image, definitely you can refine your edge, okay, using this active contour. So you may have some discontinuities, connected paths, etc. So we have to finalize what is the boundary by refining that particular edges. You can finalize your boundary. What is your boundary? You can extract perfectly the image from that particular object from that particular image. So active contour is a mechanism which is used to refine your object boundary. Okay. Okay. Let's see. So you can write active contour. Active contour. This is also called a snake algorithm. Snake. Okay. So here, which is used for refining object boundary. Right. We're using this technique to refine object boundary. Okay. So it will be formed by the connected edge points. Using we'll use connected edge points. So we will connect edge points to get a boundary. So here we are focusing on this is done by using some properties. That means using some energy function, minimization of energy function. You are finding minimization of energy function. So that is the techniques here used to extract object or refine boundary. Okay. So this energy function includes local properties of that particular image or object. That means gray level value, gradient. Okay, gray level. We'll consider gray level value or intensity level, gradient of that particular pixels. Okay, so those factors will be considered for refinement of object. So those factors will be used to define a function. So by minimizing that particular function, you are going to connect the edge points or pixel with your starting of your starting pixels. Okay, so you'll start with the initial pixel, and using the minimization of energy function, the other pixel will be added. Other pixel will be merged with your initial pixel. So that is the mechanism used here. Okay. Um. Okay. So let's see the algorithm of this particular active contour. Okay. So this is also known as, this algorithm is commonly known as greedy snake algorithm. Okay, greedy snake algorithm. Greedy snake algorithm. Okay. So the very first step of greedy snake algorithm is prepare the image. prepare the image. So that is the initial step of greedy snake algorithm. Clear ആവുന്നില്ലേ പറയുന്നത്? പാർവതി ക്ലിയർ അല്ല?
sir.
ശിശിര?
Sir.
Okay, fine. So the initial step is to prepare the image. So what do you mean by preparing the image? That means define an energy function which would naturally take on low values for points located on the actual boundary. Okay. Suppose you have an image here. Okay. So here there will be an object like, okay, so like this. Okay, so you are extracting this particular image using some sort of segmentation technique. Okay, so you got this image. So you know that this object boundary is not perfect. That is, you have to refine this particular boundary. So you have such an image. So the very first step of refinement is to define energy function. So you have such an image. Okay, so first of all you need to define the energy function. Okay, so that energy function can be defined using your pixel intensity value, gray level value, or some sort of gradient operator, gradient differences between the pixels. So some sort of functions or values may be taken as your energy function. Okay, so here we are defining the energy function. So the function of the main objective of this energy function is to take low values for points located on the actual boundary. So here we are taking the low values of objects. Okay, here we have a boundary and we are taking the low values of boundary, low values of your energy function. Some low values of gray level or low values of gradient will be taken using that energy function. Okay, so low values will be taken for the processing. Okay, so low values of energy function will be taken. Okay, so this is the initial step. So you have an extracted object, and based on that gray level value or gradient value, you are taken, you have fixed, you defined an energy function based on the low value of that particular set of data. Okay, so next is generate an initial boundary by segmentation techniques such as thresholding. Okay, that is, first of all, generate an initial boundary. Okay, so that is the we have done that. That means we have extracted the particular image based on thresholding or any other segmentation techniques. You have taken that image. So this is our first step. This may be second or first step. Okay, these are the two important steps were taken for the greedy snake algorithm. Okay, so you have taken, you have extracted the image from that particular image, and you have an initial boundary. Okay, so this is the initial boundary, and based on that particular boundary pixels, you have taken a you have prepared an energy function. Okay, based on the low value of that particular energy function. Okay, this is the initial step. Okay, and the step next step is wiggle the snake. Wiggle the snake. Okay, first step, wiggle the snake. പാർവതി ഒന്ന് മൈക്ക് മ്യൂട്ട് ചെയ്യണേ. Okay, first prepare the image, next is wiggle the snake. So while preparing the image, you are defining energy function based on a initial boundary. Okay, initial boundary taken by the segmentation technique, such as thresholding. Okay, so these two steps are the initial procedure for greedy snake algorithm. And the next step is wiggle the snake. So actually here compare the boundary of each points on the boundary. Okay, compare the pixels. We'll compare pixels on the boundary. Pixels on the boundary. Okay. Here we have number of pixels and we have to compare every pixel. Okay. With the energies calculated for the point. Okay. With the energy function or with the energies calculated. The energies calculated for points in its neighborhood. So suppose you started with a pixel. Okay, we have to calculate the energy of that particular pixel. Okay, here we have a center pixel. You have to calculate the energy of that center, particular pixel. The energy may be the gray level value or a gradient value of that particular pixel, and you have to compare that energy with its neighborhood pixel. Okay, here we have this is suppose this is all pixel indicates the boundary of that particular object. Okay, so here we set a initial pixel and you have to compare the energy of that particular pixel with its neighborhood pixel. Okay, that is the second step. Okay, and next step, what is the next step? Okay, here for each current boundary point, move the boundary to the neighboring point that has the lowest energy. കണക്ഷൻ പോയിട്ട് കുറേ സമയമായോ അഭിജിത്ത്? ഓക്കെ, നിങ്ങൾ എവിടെ വരെ കേട്ടത്? അത് മുഴുവൻ കേട്ടോ? രണ്ടാമത്തെ മുതലാ? ഓക്കെ ഓക്കെ. അപ്പം സെക്കൻഡ് ഫസ്റ്റ് കേട്ടില്ല നിങ്ങൾ? വിവിധ സ്നേക്ക്, അങ്ങനെ വിവിധ സ്നേക്കിന്റെ ഫസ്റ്റ് പോയിന്റ് കേട്ടില്ല കമ്പയർ ചെയ്യുന്നത്? ഓക്കെ ഓക്കെ. And second point is move to the pixels having lowest energy level. Okay, that is the second point. That means we'll compare your initial pixel with the neighborhood pixel, and which one has the lowest energy point. Okay, that the snake will be moving to the lowest pixel level. Okay, so here you have your initial pixel, and your pixel will be compared with its neighborhood pixel. Okay, and which one has the lowest energy, the snake will move to the next pixel. Okay, with the pixels having lowest energy level. Okay, again we have to then that pixel will be your next center pixel, and you have to check other pixel with that particular pixel. Okay, നിങ്ങൾ അടുത്ത പിക്സലുമായിട്ട് നിങ്ങൾ കമ്പയർ ചെയ്ത് നോക്കും. And which one has the lowest energy, the snake will move to that particular pixel. Suppose this pixel having lowest energy level, the snake will automatically move to that particular pixel. Now that energy may be the gray value or a gradient value, like factors will be taken as your energy function. So that is the second step. And in third step, perform this operation once on all point. Okay, so clear ആവുന്നില്ല പറയുന്നത്? ക്ലിയർ ആവുന്നില്ല? Okay, അപ്പം ഇനി എന്ത് ചെയ്യുമെന്ന് വെച്ചാൽ the next step is to perform this operation once on all point. That means suppose this is your object and you started with an initial pixel, and you have to complete that iteration, first iteration for the entire boundary. Okay, മനസ്സിലാവുന്നുണ്ടോ? So here we have an initial pixel. You have to compare that particular pixel with its neighborhood pixel, and which one has the lowest energy, the snake will move to that particular pixel. Again you have to repeat this step. Okay, so perform this operation once on all points on the boundary. Okay, to complete one iteration of the snake algorithm. So ഇവിടെ നിങ്ങൾ നമ്മുടെ സ്റ്റാർട്ടിംഗ് ഇനീഷ്യൽ പിക്സൽ എടുക്കും, and we'll compare with the next pixel. അത് വരച്ച് okay. Suppose you are getting like this. Okay, this is your boundary, and now we need to refine your boundary. So this is a thicker one. Okay, so that might be discontinuous, or a lot of isolated points are there. So you need to find the you need to refine that particular boundary. So here I am taking an initial point. Okay, this is our initial point. Okay, and what is happening, we'll check the neighborhood pixel of this from this initial point, and which neighborhood pixel having lowest energy, the snake will move to that particular pixel. In that way we have to complete that particular iteration. Okay, so this is known as refining the boundary. So you have to perform this operation once on every pixel. Okay, suppose based on the energy function. Okay, now after that you have to repeat this iteration until it causes no further movement. Okay, so you have to repeat this operation again and again until no further movement of the boundary points. Okay, and you have to perform this one again and again. So once you are repeating the same boundary, once you are getting the same boundary, you can stop. Okay, that is the operation, that is no further movement of the boundary points. Okay, so while this operation when this operation you can repeat, that means that is the sorry next step, that is you can repeat this operation repeat the operation until no further movement of the boundary. Okay, so actually when this happens, and the next step, when this happens, the snake is said to have converged. Okay, so when there is no further movement, we can conclude that the snake is converged. Okay, and the segmentation is complete. So you have refined your boundary. So that is the operation. That means when this operation, there is no further movement is obtained, you can conclude that our snake is converged. So you'll get a boundary. ഇപ്പം ഇതിൽ ഞാൻ റെഡ് ലൈൻ കാണിച്ചാണ് നമ്മുടെ ബൗണ്ടറി റിഫൈൻമെന്റ് എന്ന് പറയുന്നത്. ക്ലിയർ ആണെന്നുണ്ടോ പറയുന്നത്? ഇപ്പൊ നിങ്ങളുടെ ഒരു ഒബ്ജക്റ്റ് കിട്ടി, അതിന്റെ എഡ്ജസ് ക്ലീൻ അല്ലെങ്കിൽ യു ആർ ഗോയിങ് ടു ക്ലീൻ ഇറ്റ്, you are going to refine that particular boundary. നിങ്ങൾ ഒന്നും കൂടി അതിനെ ഫിക്സ് ചെയ്യുന്നു. Suppose sometimes that edges may be more thicker and it is very difficult to extract that particular object. That particular object may not be extracted from that image perfectly. So if you need to do it perfectly, if you need to refine it, you can use this active snake or algorithm. So there are basically two steps. First of all, the very first step is to prepare the image. You have to prepare that image using a particular energy function. So first of all, you have extracted an image or segmented an image from that particular image using some sort of segmentation techniques like thresholding. After that, you have to define an energy function. So based on that energy function, you could take on low values for points located on the actual boundary. So you have to take that low value of that particular energy function, and based on that initial value, initial pixel, you can start refining your boundary. So that is the second step. And the second step is known as wiggle the snake. So you have to compare the boundary of each point on the boundary with the energies calculated for points in its neighborhood. So here you have an initial point. You have to compare that initial point with your neighborhood pixel. Okay, and the snake will begin to move where the energy has less. Okay, where there is a least energy, the snake will begin to move there. Okay, so that is a technique, and you have to complete one iteration for that entire object, entire boundary. Okay, you have to repeat it again and again until no further movement. Okay, so after that, you can conclude that your snake is converged. That means you have to extract that particular object from that image, or you can define that particular image. So the boundary is obtained. So this is the common technique used in active contour. And now we can see how this energy is. There is a expression for finding the energy that can be represented as E snake, energy of that snake, is equal to 0 to 1 E snake V of S d of ds. Okay. So E snake can be written as 0 to 1 E internal energy V of S plus E image V of S plus E external energy V of S. ds. So this is the common calculation of energy of that, defining the energy. So E snake can be written as 0 to 1 E internal energy. So here we are calculating internal energy, external energy, and third one is snake energy. Image energy. Okay. So internal energy indicates internal forces between points of the contour. Okay, internal forces. Internal forces means the neighborhood pixel values. Internal forces. Okay. Sometimes the gradient of the the gradient between those two pixels, that will be called as internal forces. Okay. External constraints such as user forces applied to the counter. External forces indicates the forces or the neighborhood pixel values beyond your object. Suppose you are having the image like this, and the internal energy indicates the pixel intensity values inside that particular object. So the object you are going to extract. Okay, and external energy means the energy which is external to that particular object. Okay, that may be forces applied to that particular contour. That means the forces applied to the pixel intensity value or gradient value outside that particular object. That is called external energy. Outside that contour, that is known as external energy. And image energy indicates gray level and gradient magnitude that pull the snake towards the optimal boundary position. Image energy means the total energy, total image pixel intensity values that or gradient value that can be considered as the image energy. So image forces such as gray level or gradient magnitude that pull the snake towards the optimal boundary position. That is known as image energy. Okay, the image energy is responsible for to pull the snake to that particular boundary. That is known as image energy. So internal energy is there, external energy, and the image energy is used to define the energy function of that particular snake. Okay, so internal energy and image energy and external energy. Okay. Okay. So this process is known as active contour. Clear on the varana. Rohit, clear on. Soumya മനസ്സിലായിട്ടില്ല. Okay. So this active contour mechanism is used to refine your extracted boundary. Okay, extracted segment boundary refine cheyananu we are using this snake algorithm or image active contour algorithm. So വളരെ general ആയിട്ട് പറയണമെങ്കിൽ we will start with an initial point and we will compare with the other neighborhood pixel with that initial point, and if a particular pixel having lowest energy value, then that point will be moved to that particular pixel. Okay, that particular pixel. Okay, so you have to complete one first iteration with that old point, and you have to repeat it again and again until no further movement occurs. Okay, and then we can conclude that our snake algorithm is converged. Your snake is converging. So all this movement is based on that your defined energy function. That defined energy function may be based on a gray level value or a what you call gradient value. Okay, so that energy function depends on three parameters. The first one is internal energy, that is initial value, initial forces of that particular object inside that boundary. External forces, that is applied to that particular contour. That external forces or external pixel values which influence that particular point. Okay, and total energy, that is called image energy, that indicates that is responsible to pull the snake to that particular boundary. So that is called image energy. So these three energies will be considered for to define your snake energy. Okay, that is the mechanism used in active contour. ഹർഷ മനസ്സിലാകുന്നുണ്ട് ആക്റ്റീവ് കോണ്ടോർ? ചോദിക്കാറുണ്ട് കേട്ടോ. ഓക്കെ, ദീപ്തി ക്ലിയർ അല്ല പറഞ്ഞത്? നെക്സ്റ്റ് ഇനി വരുന്നത് ഹഫ് ട്രാൻസ്ഫോം ആണ് കേട്ടോ. ഓക്കെ, ഹഫ് ട്രാൻസ്ഫോം. One more thing, the drawbacks have to be discussed. Drawbacks of this snake algorithm. Okay. The first one is poor convergence property of the active contour. Specifically, okay, poor. The first one is poor convergence. Property. Poor convergence property. This indicates if you are not if you are not getting an object from that image perfectly, that means the boundary is not fixed well, and if you are having lot of isolated points and edges, it's very difficult to refine that particular boundary. So നമുക്ക് കിട്ടുന്ന ഇമേജിൽ ഇങ്ങനെയൊക്കെയാണ് ഒരു ഇമേജ് കിട്ടുന്നുണ്ടെന്ന് lot of isolated points are there in a particular extracted image. It is very difficult to find that particular points and converge the snake. Okay. So that is known as poor convergence property. Okay. And second is it has a limited capture range. That's a limited capture range. Okay. Which is related to the initialization of the snake around the object of interest. So these are the two drawbacks. Capture range means capture range ഇപ്പോൾ ഒരുപാട് ലെങ്തി ആയിട്ടുള്ള ഒരുപാട് ഡിസ്റ്റൻറ്റിലുള്ള ഐസൊലേറ്റഡ് പോയിന്റ്സിലൊന്നും നമുക്ക് എന്താ പറ്റില്ല, ചിലപ്പം കിട്ടണമെന്നില്ല അല്ലേ. അപ്പോൾ അതിനാണ് ക്യാപ്ചർ റേഞ്ച് എന്ന് പറയുന്നത്. ഒന്ന്, നിങ്ങൾ എക്സ്ട്രാക്ട് ചെയ്തെടുക്കുന്ന ഇമേജ് ഈസ് നോട്ട് വെൽ, ദാറ്റ് മീൻസ് ഇറ്റ് കണ്ടെയ്ൻസ് ലോട്ട് ഓഫ് ഐസൊലേറ്റഡ് പോയിന്റ്സ് ആൻഡ് ഡിസ്കണ്ടിന്യൂറ്റീസ്. ഇറ്റ് ഈസ് വെരി ഡിഫിക്കൽട്ട് ടു refine the boundary. And the second is the poor capture range. Okay. And there is a limited capture range which is related to that. So it depends upon the initialization of the snake around the object of interest. Okay. So these are the two drawbacks of active contour algorithm. Okay. And the advantages are one. Computational efficiency. And simplicity. The algorithm is so simple. We are just comparing an initial pixel with its neighborhood pixel on the basis of an energy function. So which pixels having lowest energy level, the snake will move to that particular. The movement of snake means you are attaching that particular pixel with your initial pixel. So that indicates the movement of that particular snake. So computational efficiency and simplicity are the two major advantages of this snake algorithm. Okay. Okay. Basically, while preparing your energy function, we can use Sobel operator. Sobel, you have already studied. It's a first order gradient operator. Sobel operator is used to define or find out the gradient of that particular pixels. Okay. Sobel operator is generally used to find out that energy. Okay. Energy and or gradient that may be your pixel intensity value. Gradient use generally we are using Sobel operator to find that energy. Okay. Okay, അപ്പോൾ സ്നേക്ക് അൽഗോരിതം ആക്റ്റീവ് കോണ്ടൂർ എന്ന് പറയുന്നത്. ബാക്കി നമുക്ക് എടുക്കാനുള്ളത് ഹഫ് ട്രാൻസ്ഫോം ആണ് സാർ മൊഡ്യൂളിൽ ഹഫ് ട്രാൻസ്ഫോം. അപ്പോൾ അത് നമ്മൾ നോട്ട് ചെയ്ത് വെക്കുക. That will be discussed in your next class. Okay, you can mark your attendance.